Get ready with me while I talk about things that I'm enjoying while going through a breakup. I'm freshly out the shower. I forgot I was filming this a little bit, so I've already washed my face and I've put this niacinamide, I think. Yeah, it's the Nature Niacinamide Gel Cream 5%. Hydrates and balances skin for a soft and dewy look. I like it so far. The first thing that I'm enjoying about going through a breakup is having a lot more time to spend by myself and energy to focus on myself. I feel like this one might be really obvious, but I feel like it's something that you can't even really understand or appreciate until you get out of a relationship, especially a long-term relationship. Me and my ex were together for 3 years, and obviously in those 3 years we spent a lot of time together, got to know each other very well, and of course, just being the person that I am, I gave a lot of my energy to him. Too much. That's part of why we had to break up. It's so nice and it's so much more natural than I thought it was gonna be to just put that energy back into myself. This is what I just put on my face. It's the Ordinary Vitamin C and the Skin Nutrition Hyaluronic Acid. I need to get more of this. And I also don't really like this, but it's what I have, so we'll make do. I always forget to tone. If I would have toned, this is the toner I would have used, but anyway. The next thing that I really enjoy about going through a breakup is not having to plan a future for two people. This is the ITK, like duo, eye cream, day and night. There we go. Yeah, I really enjoy not having to plan a future for two people. I think if you've been in a long-term relationship, especially as an adult, what the fuck? What is all this shit on my face? It's really stressful to plan your own future. Figuring out what you're gonna do with your life is hard. It's not fun, it's not easy. I mean, maybe it's easier for some of us, but for me, it is really hard. It's really hard to do just for me. I mean, it's hard to figure out what you want, the type of life you wanna live, especially when you and your life and your desires and wants and needs and personality change every couple of months. Like, I feel like at this age you change so much. That just makes it really difficult to figure out what the hell you're gonna do with your life. Throw in another person who's changing just as much as you are, who is just as confused as you are, especially if they don't have like the same motivation as you have. It becomes really, really difficult to make any plans for the future. Real plans. Like, I mean, you can make a plan, right? Like, anyone can make a plan, but to actually follow through and do the things you say you're gonna do and to be consistent, not only for yourself, but for each other, it's a lot of work. It's way too much work at this age, in my opinion. That was the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Moisturizer. I just find it's so much less stressful when I'm able to make plans that are just about me. Okay, we're gonna take a break from the face and move on to hair. The next thing that I love about going through a breakup is I like being a flirt. I mean, I know that I'm flirting with no intentions, right? Like, I'm a month out of a 3-year-long relationship. I'm not looking for another one. I'm not looking for a fling. I'm not looking for a situationship. Like, I'm looking for literally nothing. So flirting is actually really fun because it really doesn't matter at all. Like, what I say, what I do, if it goes well, if it goes bad, like, it actually doesn't matter at all because I'm not looking for anything. And so that's really fun. Also, obviously, I haven't been able to flirt with anyone in 3 years, which 3 years ago I was 19. I feel like 19 to 22 are like prime flirting years. It's just good to, like, you know, be a flirt again, you know, get back on the scene and make sure I still have those skills, which I do. So we're all good. If you're wondering what leave-in conditioner I'm using, it is the Carol's Daughter. Honestly, it really doesn't matter what kind, just the Carol's Daughter leave-in conditioner. I've used a couple different kinds that come in this bottle. I love them all. The next thing that I'm enjoying about going through a breakup is having the opportunity, the motivation, whatever, to reconnect with people. I feel like a lot of people, when they heard that my ex and I broke up, like a lot of people reached out and like either expressed that they're going through the same thing or, you know, just reached out to just check up on me or whatever. It's really nice. I mean, for one, I feel like I'm just more open to making connections and having friends than I was in the past because I just have more energy, I have more time, I have more social battery to have all these people, like to be able able to reconnect with all these people that I haven't talked to in years or haven't talked to as much as I've wanted to in years is really, really nice. It's like almost the best thing. And especially because like when I was considering breaking up with my ex, one of the things obviously that I was worried about was like being lonely. Like, who wants to be lonely? Right? I'm not lonely. Like, I have people to talk to all the time, and I have people who care about me and have cared about me for years, and like, I don't know, it's been a really great part of going through a breakup, is reconnecting with people. Moving on to makeup. This is the brow product, by the way. Another thing that I really like about going through a breakup is I'm feeling a lot of big emotions right now, you know, like I'm just kind of going through it emotionally, and it's really nice to not have to cater to someone else's emotions while I'm going through something. I mean, it's really nice to not have to do it in general, but especially right now, like, I'm just so thankful that I can have a shitty day and I can just have a shitty day. Like, I don't have to worry about perking up for my boyfriend when he comes home from work, because he probably had a shitty day at work too. You know, I think being a good girlfriend kind of requires a lot of selflessness, especially when you're dating the wrong guy or a specific type of guy who just kind of takes a lot. I think a lot of men are like that. Like, not trying to shit on your boyfriends, but a lot of men are not givers. Not in the way that women are, my opinion. And so it requires you to kind of put what you want and your desires and your needs to the wayside in order to have a successful relationship, you know? And I'm just glad that I don't have to do that anymore. If I feel like shit, I can just feel like shit. If I feel happy, I can be happy. Like, I don't have to tone down my excitement or my joy or my victories because I'm trying to cater to another person, you know what I mean? I used to hate how different my eyebrows would look, and then I started doing my left eyebrow with my left hand instead of going like this, and I feel like it gives me the same feather that I get on this effect, or the same feather that I get on this eye, if that makes sense. My lash lift, I can't remember how long ago I did that shit. Hold on. Okay, I did the lash lift on August 11th. It's the 30th. It's the 31st today. So what is that, like 2 weeks? So this is the 2-week update. I wish my lashes were like darker and fuller. Like, I really like the lash lift for like when I don't have any makeup on or I just have like brows or something, but I feel like when I put makeup on, I want my lashes to be darker and they're just not. And I'm not really sure that a tint would fix that because I have black eyelashes. Like, my hair is already dark. I'm debating if I want to bronze. I feel like I don't. I feel like I'm just going for like a natural look today. Rare Beauty Blush and Joy. Finally, the last thing I like about going through a breakup is I have the motivation. I have the motivation, I have the drive, I have a reason, I have a why, and it's not my only reason, but I feel like it's kind of like, you know what I mean? Like, if you've ever been through a breakup, which I'm sure you have, because who hasn't? It's just like, obviously, like, I don't want to break up with my boyfriend and then be the exact same person that I was for the past 3 years. Like, I want something to come out of this, obviously. So it's time to like make my dreams come true, you know? It's time to like get to work and do the things that I've been putting off and not doing and avoiding for whatever reason. Like, not only do I have the time and energy to do them now, but I also have the motivation. Cause like, I'm not gonna go through a breakup and like, what about when he starts dating a new girl? Like, never mind. But like, I can have her looking at me like, ooh, she's old and tired. I know I said that last point was my last point, but I think I want this to for real be my last point. It feels amazing to finally do the things that you've been knowing that you need to do. Like, I know it's so easy to get in your head and stay in your head and just like compile this like years long to-do list of all the things that you want and all the things that you think you need to do in order to get better. And I know that also sometimes, especially if you struggle with your mental health, sometimes like you can convince yourself that those things are actually pointless. That like doing things like, the first thing that always comes to my mind is going to the gym, and I don't want to use that because there are so many more important things than like, you know, like having like your body. Like, your body matters so much more than just going to the gym. Whatever it is, I'm sure something comes to mind for you when you think of things like something that you want to do that you feel like is going to make your life so much better, but you've just kind of been putting it off. Once you finally do those things and you finally like face them head on, it feels amazing. Like, there are no words to describe how good it feels to take care of yourself. Really is like the easiest way to put it. And it's nice to like prove yourself right for once, you know? Like it's nice like to prove yourself right on like a good thing. Like, but you have these thoughts of like, oh, if I like wore makeup every single day, my life would just be so better. Like people would find me more attractive, I would have more confidence, like whatever. You might have that thought. And then you wear makeup every day, you're more confident, people like you better, whatever. Like what you thought was gonna happen happens in a good way. Like it's nice to prove yourself right in a good way instead of a bad way. If you or someone that you know is in a relationship with someone and it's time to get out, you know, you can just tell, you can just feel that it's not working anymore and you want to go and live a different, better, whatever life, just know that it's not so bad. I'm not saying it's always easy. I'm not saying it doesn't come with any bad things. A lot of times breakups actually can come with a lot of good things, especially if they're meant to be, you know? Instead of meant to be in like, we're meant to be together, it's meant to be as in we're meant to be apart, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, almost forgot the last step. That's all for me today, guys. Thanks for watching.